When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Throughout this nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who died in the battle, or the 1.4 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today.
These words are inscribed on the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C. Our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered to call to defend a country they never knew and people they never met. Those words apply equally to many of our World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, and Gulf War veterans as well. They apply to today's active duty service members and tomorrow's veterans who are helping to maintain peace throughout the world.
Today, it is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay it. Today, we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
On November 11th, we honor the wartime service and sacrifice of men and women in the armed forces. Originally proclaimed Armistice Day in 1919 to commemorate the end of World War I, it was renamed Veterans Day in 1954 to include American veterans of all wars. Wheeler High School is fortunate enough to be located in a community with veterans who represent different periods of service. We also have faculty members, when combined, make up almost 100 years of distinguished military service. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery stands atop a hill overlooking Washington, D.C. On March 4, 1921, Congress approved the burial of an unidentified American soldier from World War I in the plaza of the new Memorial Amphitheater. The tomb sarcophagus was placed above the grave of the unknown soldier of World War I. West of the World War I unknown are the crypts of unknowns from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Those three graves are marked with white marble slabs flush with the plaza. The guard is changed every hour on the hour, October 1st to March 31st, in an elaborate ritual. From April 1st through September 30th, the guard is changed every half hour. A uniformed relief commander appears on the plaza to announce the changing of the guard. The new sentinel leaves the quarters and unlocks the bolts of his or her rifle to signal to the relief commander to start the ceremony. The relief commander conducts a detailed white glove inspection of the weapon, checking each part of the rifle once. Then the relief commander and the relieving sentinel meet the retiring sentinel at the center of the matted path in front of the tomb. All three salute the unknown, who have been symbolically given the Medal of Honor. Then the relief commander orders the relieved sentinel, "Pass on your orders." The current sentinel commands, "Post and orders, remain as directed." The newly post sentinel replies, "Orders acknowledged," and steps into position on the black mat. When the relief commander passes by, the new sentinel begins walking at a cadence of 90 steps per minute.
Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail, and the army goes rolling along. Counter march right about, hear those wagon soldiers shout, while the army goes rolling along. For it's high, high in the U.S. Army, call off your numbers loud and strong, and wherever we go, you will always know that the army is rolling along. To the front day and night, where the soldiers dig and fight, and the army goes rolling along. Our barrage will be there, fired on the rocket's flare, where the army goes rolling along. For it's high, high in the U.S. Army, call off your numbers loud and strong, and wherever we go, you will always know that the army is rolling along. That the army is rolling along. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, be still at break of day. To our last night on shore, sing the rock home. Until we meet again, in you are. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
While Veterans Day is primarily a tribute to America's living veterans and should be observed more as a celebration than a somber remembrance, it is always appropriate to include a moment of respect for those who gave their lives for their country. The sighting of the World War I armistice took place in a railway coach near the battle zone in France. The bugles sounded cease firing, and the hostilities ended, marking a most significant moment in world history. Please observe a moment of silence as Taps is played.